in later, so like ignore the fact that it just said the Hangout's live. Like, don't freak out. I can edit out any of your bloops and blips, but I'm probably not because I'm lazy. I don't have time. So there's a thing. Corey's introducing. Ugh.
Introducing?
Yeah, no, I'm not good at introductions at
Did we
all.
start?
No, I did. Yeah,
Oh.
told you. I said ignore the fact that it said it went live.
Oh, okay. Well, you get to edit it anyways, so.
Maybe if I feel like it. I'm kind of lazy.
You're
I have like
quest.
20 things to edit over there. Like I haven't even finished what over there. My computer's right here.
Game.
Pointing at his bathroom.
What?
That you were like pointing at your bathroom? On
No,
accident?
I don't have a bathroom down here, actually. I got a sink I pee in. It's not a lie.
Well, this is the Game of the Month discussion for March.
I think my
For
microphone's
Heavy
far
Rain.
away.
2016.
Yes, March 2016.
Oh, crap, wrong year. I thought we were doing 2015.
In case future civilizations want to
When
document.
the aliens come down and find us, and they were like, what do these idiots talk about?
Your YouTube archives.
Paper. Talk about paper origami swans things.
Okay, introducing Mr. Console Kev, aka Kevin. How's it going?
You know, words, things.
Mark, MT Shark 7 over here.
Hello.
And newcomer Greg McConnell.
Just good.
Mr. Good Video on YouTube, but he hasn't made a YouTube video in like 3 years.
Oh, so he has one. I thought you said he didn't have one.
He has one, he just doesn't use it.
Well, tits.
I can't log into it anymore, or I would have deleted my videos.
You got embarrassed when I pulled him up in front of my fiance's brother yesterday.
I was like, what are you doing?
Now we got to know what they're about.
They're just like pickups and stuff.
What the
Collection.
hell? What's wrong with that?
I don't know, I do them like every week, so.
I do them whenever I get a pile accumulated.
Corey gets a new pile of video games every other day.
Whatever, you know, it's America or Canada. I don't know where you
Better
guys
than a
are.
pile of crack cocaine, right?
It's true. So Heavy Rain. I have a love-hate relationship with this game. Mostly, I love it mostly, but there's just a giant glaring flaw with it that I don't want to say until we get like deeper into it. But the controls suck. They're so bad.
I want to know something. How many times did you guys do this?
Oh, all the time. That was the first time I got in the room.
Trying
I knew what I could do. I was like, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, nobody's gonna think I'm weird. Nobody thinks I'm weird.
It's all clicking, yeah.
And your arrow keeps going away, like every time you're like, ah!
Yeah, it's awful.
I didn't find out you could, like, turn your head until I was almost done, so I'd be like,
Oh,
oh,
you turn your head?
yeah, you can turn your head.
You're supposed to look at your stuff.
Oh.
You ever notice how, like, when you're in the car and it's like an L with the little thing, you feel, whoop.
I didn't know. I didn't even realize that. I was just kind of like, I guess this guy's neck doesn't move. Jason! Jason! The best part of that game. Jason! That's the only. The first time I played this, it was the only thing I said for like a week. Like, no matter whose name I was calling, I was just like, Jason!
Then I got to the point where he's like, Sean! I'm like, oh god, come on.
Sean! Sean! Previous thing. I guess, we'll
But
run
kept
down the
pushing
line.
it. I don't know why. I pushed it every time.
Yeah, because it was funny.
Just,
Jason! 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 We'll run down
Make
the
a
line.
mixed out of it.
My
Yeah.
squares here. Mark. Oh, this is Mark over here to me. Mark, why don't you tell us your overall impressions?
I liked the game. I just hated how it was like really slow to get into. Because at first you have to like wake up and take a shower and
So
like
annoying.
do your work. I'm like, what the heck kind of game is this? This is really boring.
Fun to
And it wasn't until like after like you get into the mall and then you're like looking for Sean. You're like, oh wow, this is kind of interesting. And then he dies. You're like, wow, I didn't see that coming.
I did little shit.
Well, you thought you could save your kid for like the first day. I remember you were telling us. I was like, do I tell him yet?
Oh, I wasn't sure.
I was ready for it.
I was like, okay, I'm not gonna pay the clown. I'm not gonna pay the shit. I paid the clown.
That's a stupid sound. Too.
Did you actually like sit there trying for a while to like save Jason or no?
Yeah, I thought I could save him. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna pay the clown. I'm just gonna run off. I'm not even gonna give the 20, and then he gave the 20 anyways. I was like,
I thought it said on the back like what happened to your kid. I was like, Corey, it's on the box that like you don't save him.
I thought that if you reached in the right pocket the first time, maybe you would save him.
yeah, I thought about
Like
that.
if you save time.
But it was the very last pocket for me.
On mine, he just like keep the change and runs off. Is that what happened to everybody?
Yeah.
I didn't pay the clown.
You didn't pay him?
No, my kid got kidnapped. I got better things, or he ran off.
You thief.
Whatever. It's a clown. Fuck him. I'm better than that.
That's true.
Greg, go ahead and give us your overall impressions before we get specific.
I don't play games like this, so it was really hard for me to get into it. It's a really slow game. I won't get into a lot of the details. I like the storyline, but I will never play this game again because, like you said, the controls suck. It's like God of War on crack. Because God of War controls.
Oh, I realized it's true. I was like, they're not slashing people to death.
No, the controls are God of War-like, but without being effective.
Fair enough. So, Corey?
Okay, so is this the part where I read through my notes that I make while I'm playing, or is this just my overall general?
Your overall thoughts.
I really liked it, actually. I thought it was a really interesting story, and there aren't very many games where I'm like actually wondering what's going to happen next. I'm just kind of like, I'll just continue. This one, like, the next chapter happened, and I was like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. And the fact that you know that your characters can die at any time, you know, it makes you like, really conscious about what you're doing. And so I was like actually stressed and on edge and into the story, so I thought all that was good enough to overlook the controls.
That's fair enough. So I like the story overall, but like I've been saving it for days. The problem with the story is and why it was hard for me to, because I started this game the first time I played it with Tina. We were like the perfect father. We were like, I'm gonna do everything to save my kid, like, and I got like the best ending over it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the second time, and I already knew the thing I'm about to say, so I was like, oh, let's see what happens at least. And I was trying to be the biggest asshole dad. Like, I was like, nah, I don't feel like saving Sean. Or like, nah, I'll just like hide out and drink or whatever Ethan feels like doing. The problem with the game, Corey, are you gonna play it again?
I'm gonna get all the trophies, but I already know. I'm pretty sure I could predict every single ending, and Greg told me his ending.
Well, the problem with the ending is that while the endings are different, the killer's never this like different.
Yeah.
It's always the same. So it's kind of like, and I heard it on a different podcast I was listening to, was like, it's kind of like pulling back the curtain the second time you play, where like nothing you do really matters, which is like the small things change, but the same time, like this guy's always the killer, which was like the biggest draw of the game. I was like, ooh, maybe everything I do, like, so I thought it was Ethan for a while because he's having those blackouts.
I think everyone.
What's up?
I think everyone thought it was Ethan.
Yeah, that's I was thinking that. I was like, so maybe if I do these certain things, the game will shape to be like, ooh, Ethan really did do it. But no, it's always, we're in spoiler territory, it's always the fat dude. Like, I don't know.
Which I did not see coming.
I didn't at all.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I thought it was that douchebag cop, Blake.
Oh yeah, I thought it was him for a while. Like my perspective switched like probably 3 or 4 times. Like once I realized it was Shelby, I was like, oh, that's didn't see that one coming, but it made sense. So I was like, oh, maybe if I go through the game, like, because in Until Dawn, which is I'm sure we're going to talk about like 40 times while we play it, that game changes almost completely when you play it over and over. But like this, just kind of, I couldn't do it a second. That's why I stopped being an asshole dad. I was like, I'm just gonna run through it again because it doesn't really matter.
I thought it was Ethan, but then I overthought it, and I was like, if it was Ethan, they wouldn't like make his blackout so obvious, and like the cops wouldn't all be after Ethan, because it's like I'd know it was him by like chapter 3 or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe it's Gordy. Then I was like, well, why would Gordy just come out and be like, yeah, I'm like origami killer, and then like that's a horrible like way to.
What was that girl's name? Madison.
Madison.
Yeah.
I was like, for a second, I was like, maybe Madison's following Ethan because like he knows too much. I was like, that's way too like.
It's way too obvious.
Yeah.
But the actual killer was so obvious, I never considered it.
Yeah, I mean.
Never once did I consider Scott to be the killer.
Yeah, his reasons are weird, but I mean, I'm not a serial killer, so I guess I don't understand.
The only time I ever like even partly suspected him is when he killed Manfred,
Hmm.
and it was because there was such a short amount of time between Manfred walking back there and Scott finding him. I was just like, "There's no way." Like,
I didn't know he killed him.
I mean, I didn't know.
I was talking to the girl.
The window was open. I was just thinking, like, who's gonna know he walked back there, jump through the window, kill him? I was just like, that's just a game flaw. Like, the game, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a game flaw because I was thinking if someone actually did do that, they wouldn't have enough time to do that in real life. But I thought
Yeah.
You think was the killer the whole time?
Huh?
Mark was like, I thought he was gonna say something like who he thought it was the killer.
I always thought it was Ethan when I first played it.
Yeah.
Like way back when I first got it. But yeah, I was really shocked that it was Scott. I was like, oh my god, I didn't see that one coming at all.
It makes sense now that I played it, but
Oh yeah.
My reveal was kind of anticlimactic though, because I didn't like catch him with any of the characters, so it kind of just had to tell me it was him.
oh, you didn't?
No, like he was burning all the stuff, and I was like, why is he burning this? I was thinking maybe he just gives up, and then it like started reminiscing about him killing everybody, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. So it, like pretty much just had to tell me that he was the killer because I was so stupid.
The ending I got was like too enter the matrixy for this game. Like I don't know,
Random.
like where you're fighting, like the FBI guy and Scott were fighting on like a conveyor belt, like
Yeah, that's the ending I had.
Yeah.
yeah, he dies in like an action movie. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like that's not how this game should have gone down. Like
I had Scott chasing Madison, and then Ethan popping up behind them and shooting Scott and killing him.
I didn't get that one.
I've had
I
that.
got that one too.
Yeah.
I was like, I've played through it a couple times and saw a couple different endings.
And the FBI guy did not get a promotion; he just quit his job on mine.
I got the one
Yeah.
where he was. I don't know what his, like, if he's just addicted to the glasses or what the deal is, but like,
He's on those
Oh,
drugs.
yeah.
I think you have to take the drugs to use the glasses, and the drug is addictive. I think that's
oh, okay. Because I didn't really get it. I was like, what are these glasses doing to harm his like psyche?
Maybe it makes you kind of hallucinate or something, and that works in.
So there's no glasses. There's just normal
No,
sunglasses.
I'm
He's just
saying,
like, wow.
like, you need the drugs to hallucinate and then see through the glasses in order to see all your stuff. Like
But-
maybe they go
for
together.
my original ending. On the conveyor belt, the Scott and the FBI guy. I didn't beat Scott, and the FBI guy died.
Oh.
Mhm.
He falls off the conveyor belt, and Scott gets away. And then Ethan died on my original ending. And then Blake got the sunglasses and puts them on, and he could see the whatever it is, and the detective guy was there. And once he put the glasses on, the detective guy he could see. So I don't know.
I didn't get that one. That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I got that one. I got that one too.
Yeah.
It
I
just
mean-
See the detective's glasses, and the detective wasn't really there.
No, the Blake, the douchebag cop, had the glasses, and he was like, "Oh, these are cool." Put them on, and he looks to his right and freaks out because the FBI guy is there. I'm guessing to
Yeah.
it or something. I don't know. It doesn't say why. It's just boom, and then
Yeah.
scene over.
wow.
That's the whole time he was jealous of the Ari. Ari's.
Well, that's what PlayStation VR is going to be. You're going to manage your files and play Heavy Rain through the eyes of Blake. No, it's not. That'd be stupid. It's just playing this a second time was just. It's such a bummer because like I know nothing's going to change. Like.
I'm
Well-
literally only playing it again to get trophies. Like I don't even care about the other endings.
Yeah, no. It's just this is like such a prototype for Until Dawn. Like
I gotta
it
get
sucks.
Until Dawn.
This game,
It's so good. I heard that was not great either.
I heard it was pretty good.
Wow.
It's mediocre from when I watched the playthrough of it.
And you guys tell me how it is, and I'll go by your recommendation.
I really liked Heavy Rain though. Did you guys actually not like it?
No.
No, I love the story.
Yeah, I liked it.
Like I can't do it a second time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd give it like a 6.
It's fun to play with somebody else though, like in the room, like and make funny comments about the game.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely a nice like sit down, let's make fun of this thing. Because I don't know about I saw like you take pictures, Corey, but the PS3 one aged terribly. Like
Mhm.
Or
everyone just kind of has his face on the whole time, like.
Yep.
Nobody had the loading screens are beautiful, but like after that, like
Yeah.
hair's off, their mouth is weird. They're like, I would love some ice cream, Dad. Like, Sean ever. Like whoever plays Sean, he's really bad.
Yeah. He's very blah.
I just want to say that the children were way too calm in this game. Like the kid that was in the flashback, he's like, just don't forget me, Scotty, or whatever. It's like a real kid would be like, ah! You know what I'm saying?
Like too dramatic for kids. Kids are not gonna give you this deep psychological thought. They're gonna be like, fucking go get mom and dad and help me. I'm dying. Can you please? I'm like, that kid is
Then when
not.
you find Sean's just like, I knew you'd save me, Dad. It's like, no.
Well, he's just waking up from being dead, so I can understand that one. He's like,
You don't
dead.
think the kid would be like crying and stuff when he wakes up though? Like he wouldn't just be like, I knew you'd save me, Dad.
He would be out of it.
After he's been sitting there
Like,
for
real life, they're like, hey.
I was
It's like you just waking up.
the one where he took the poison, that pissed me off. Even though I knew, like, even. Oh wait, did you guys get that or no?
Yeah, I drank.
Yeah, that's the 5th trial. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I knew that was gonna happen, but at the same time I'm a little annoyed. Like, it was just like, oh, that poison wasn't real.
Did you guys drink it?
I did both.
What happens if you?
Oh
don't?
yeah, because one of the trophies is not taking it and figuring out where he's at.
Yeah.
I got that trophy.
Mm-hmm.
What does he? How does he figure out where he's at if you don't
He
take
uses
it?
he's like, I'm narrowed it down to these 3 because you get all the letters or whatever on your phone. So he's like, it has to be either this place, or this place. And if you've already played it, you know where it's at.
Oh, that's true. I guess.
It's in the right place.
But actually, I noticed this when I was looking at it. Didn't they say the origami killer never like? There was no blood at scenes or anything. Was that true or no?
Yeah, he drowned him
So how come this little bird's got blood on it?
to represent that he killed people. I
A
guess, right?
fucking plot hole's what it is. I don't actually know.
There's actually a lot of blood in this movie, though. And the origami killer does spill blood because he shoots the creepy Irish club owner, right in the head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he does do that. Okay, fair enough.
Did any of you guys feel really awkward during the dock scene? I was just like, oh my gosh, she's
The
about
what
to
scene?
get raped.
What?
During the dock chapter?
Oh, yeah. Did you guys drink the doctor when she
No,
went to the
I was like,
doctor?
I'm not
Oh, that one.
I did.
I
I
thought
did.
you meant when Ethan was at the psychiatrist. I was like, no, it's just a psychiatrist.
I was like, go, 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 go! I was like, that was an intense scene.
It was.
Yeah,
I
it
thought she
was.
was about to get butt raped, so I was just like, ah! And he was gonna like drill her vagina. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Oh, that. Okay, I'm getting.
And you
anything-
drill him through the chest, you're like, "Ugh."
Dude, that was fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
This game,
Actually, Like the first time
that's
she
one of
got
those
her
things where you're like, why is this scene in this game?
because it's.
Yeah, I was like, I think Greg feels really awkward right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
man.
freaked me out.
Did you guys bone Madison in the hotel room?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about those polygonal boobies.
I was like, yeah, there's like 2 different scenes where, like, when you first see Madison and she's at her hotel or her loft or
Mhm.
whatever,
Yeah.
You take a shower with her?
takes a shower and you're like, okay.
Yep. So I'm playing it with Tina, and she's just like, "Does this need to be there?" I'm like, "I didn't make it. I'm so sorry." Like, I don't know what to tell you. I didn't make this game.
Yeah, I told,
Funny is whenever you start to do her in the hotel room, they like both have their pants on when they start, and they're like doing the thrust motions with their pants on. And I was just like, their pants are still on, and then like it pans around the bed and their pants are off.
Probably looks better than what this looked like, because it looked like for some reason it went like full PS2 graphics and was just like,
But when they kiss, it looked really awkward. They're just like,
it's like,
it was just like,
like
I was like, oh, they didn't plan this out, did they?
I was like,
They
I'm
didn't-
literally doing a cutscene to take a bra off right now. This is weird. Or a quick time event.
That is
Yeah.
the most accurate representation of how to take one off. to be fair.
I was like, why am I controlling this? Can we just skip ahead? I don't care.
Maybe you do so many awkward things in that game. I'm just like,
The most mundane things you have to do buttons for. It's like,
yeah, like Mark was saying, get up, like take a shower, and be like,
did you guys cook the eggs all the way through? I accidentally gave her raw eggs. I thought it was done.
Yeah.
No, I cooked them all the way.
He was like, I don't really like raw eggs. I was like, oh.
well, nobody likes raw eggs because you'll die. So there's
You just said
that.
it so nonchalant though. I'm not really into raw eggs.
Hey, speaking of the whole kitchen cooking thing, Ethan's wife sucks. Like,
Where was that bitch through the whole game? She's not even trying for Sean.
not
No,
even that. Like,
crying at the police.
it's not my fault my kid
Yeah.
got hit by a car. Like, fuck you.
I think it was more of Ethan
him out of
was
his
so
sight.
depressed because he was taking psychiatric treatment or whatever.
I mean, I guess it was a lot of Ethan's like attitude, but like the way it came off, it was just like, well, you killed my kid, so.
Hey guys, it's time for the portion of the show where I read through my notes.
All right, I like your notes of like, I saw a teddy bear here. There was a pie on the counter. I like pie.
No, like during the Bayonetta one, I was like, I saw boobs or something. I said something. I don't remember.
I can't
No,
remember what you
shiny
said.
butt. I said butt
You're
shine.
supposed
Remember?
to take notes.
Huh?
Corey
You're
takes his
supposed
notes.
to take notes.
Okay.
No, Corey takes notes. I only did it for Resident Evil 4 for a review that I never ended up doing because I don't have free time. So.
It's just little thoughts that I have when I'm playing, and I want to mention them, so I just like type them as like one sentence.
I like that you have this assignment from now on, Corey. So good job.
I don't like the walking controls. We already discussed this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wiggling
Wait. Go back to the controls for 1 second. I
Okay.
just want to know, like, especially on PS3, that trigger sucks. Why would you pick R2 to walk?
Oh,
Like,
that's
I would constantly be like, flip, and like let go. I hate it.
I always hated. I hated that.
like you're holding a button down, and then it does another button, and you're like.
Yeah, there's several times I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I wanted to see what it was like if somebody used the PlayStation Move to be like, okay, I'm moving your bra, and he's just like, yeah, all right. Like nobody has to move, to be fair.
I
So.
always
the wheel controls for like doing this. I'm just kidding.
I hated walking.
He's taking up with Madison and be like, okay, use both thumbsticks to twiddle the nipples. Like, oh, no.
Park the crows. Part it.
See, that's why it's a PlayStation exclusive, because the nipples have to be on the same plane.
You know, it's like, this girl's weird.
Actually, you know what? There's my Wii U controller, because they're up top, so you could be like, that's where it's gotta be.
I really was walking into a crowd, like,
Oh yeah.
know.
What do you watch?
And then there's always that one person that won't move, and you're just like walking into them, not moving at all. You're just like,
Jason! Jason!
we're sitting there at the club, and this person's just like, excuse me, I gotta go get raped. Excuse me.
there was one point I thought he already died or was about to die, so I just gave up, and he was like, I should look for his red balloon. I was like, oh, I'm still looking for it, and then I turned around and I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, the controls, the shittiest, the controls. All right, so you guys all did the thing where Ethan crawls through the vents, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glass, and you gotta go.
No, not even that, because we got this far, and then, like, for some reason, he'd just be like, I don't feel like going down this intersection right now. Like, for some reason, like, he would only turn to the right for me. I thought it was my controller, but I switched him out, it wasn't. So he wouldn't go left, and I had to turn left, and he's just like, no, I don't feel like it, so he kept going, and then I had to, like, somehow get his, like, ragdoll body to, like, angle the right way on the way back to, like, fucking come around the corner.
Like, the graphics go into the wall, and then be like,
Yeah, I had to, like, fidget him around the corner and be like, okay, now I can
Did you not use the lighter or the match?
Yeah.
Did you guys put the body in there?
Oh, I burned his hand.
You can burn the body?
No, you can burn his hand, like he was holding it, and then he, like, if you hold it too long, he, like, burns his hand.
There was a dead body in the tunnels.
I
Oh,
didn't
I
see.
didn't see that.
I didn't see that either.
Like, you go, like, right, then left, and you come to a four-way where you
I
can
think
go...
Greg's got a heavyrain.exe copy.
You go left and you go out, and you can go right and there's a body like and he's like, I guess he didn't make it.
I kind of want to. Oh wait, I remember hearing
I'm
that.
like, okay. This guy's such a new person.
What's stupid though is he was like, "Oh, follow the flame," and the flame's like doing this.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, that must mean there's wind this way, blowing it this way, so I'll go this way." And I run into a wall. I'm like, "Okay, I guess I'll just."
I didn't even use the flame. I just explored and found it.
Nah, I kind of free roamed it. That match, their flame thing did not help me at all.
Well, wherever the flame's pointing, apparently, which doesn't make sense to me.
That makes no sense.
I know. I was thinking the opposite direction because it's blowing it that way, you know.
As soon as
Yeah.
you crawl in and the door shuts, I was like, I'm about to get burned alive.
I was just like, "Oh, this is claustrophobic."
When I got to that electric room, freaking, I like how there's just like a door that was just like, give up and don't save Ethan. I was like, Well, after that shit, yeah, I will. Like,
You actually get a trophy for going through that door.
Yeah.
what kind of achievement is that? Like, congratulations, you didn't save your son, dickwad. Like,
Okay, my next note is wiggling the controller is annoying.
Wait,
I have a bunch of shelves up here, so when I start doing this, everything's like my little room's like rocking. So
wait. When you did,
fast enough, and it
wiggle
will.
like this.
when was that for?
See, I was more like this.
I was too, and it like shook all my shelves.
Lorena's like, what are you doing in there? Can you stop? Like,
Yeah. What are you doing? It was fun knocking people down. Do you remember whenever you touch somebody, they just like touch them?
oh yeah, they were just.
There's a trophy for hitting 50 people.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
I ran around
missed
hitting
that.
everyone.
I got that one. You have to try too. It took me a couple tries.
Who's getting that echo right now?
Next one. I just saw two of the exact same NPC next to each other on that part. They like had the exact same clothes on, waiting in line together. I was just like,
Well, I mean, you know, you can only do so much.
at least split them up.
You
Yeah.
can try, but
What'd you guys think about the creepy motel guy at the
The,
front desk who was like looking at her?
that looks like every guy that runs a motel at midnight.
He like
That's
licking his
weird.
lips and shit though. I was like, dude.
Speaking of creepy dudes, I didn't play this the first time. I played it at Mike McDevitt's house, and we were doing the thing in the park where like Sean's just being a little brat and like, I hate everything. So, and I didn't notice there's a guy that just straight up sells candy in the park, and nobody thinks that's weird.
Oh, I saw that too. I tried to buy some and I was like,
I thought like the second time I was playing, I was like, I could have just made this guy the killer. Like nobody would have expected the guy that sells candy in the park.
you get to the end, it's like, remember the guy in the park?
Well, not to get all Persona 4 on you, because that game's invading my life, but, like, there's a character that you meet, like, the first, like, 10 minutes of the game that's, like, super crucial to the end, and I was just like, fuck remembers that? I've been playing this game for 100 hours, like...
And it takes me like 5 years to remember, so I'm like, oh yeah, I talked to him back in 2009. I remember.
Yeah, fucking no. I don't remember that.
Okay, the next one is I felt really bad for Manfred. Like,
Yeah,
he's like kind of a cute old man, and I'm just like, that's kind of sad.
rip in peace, Manfred.
Yes.
who?
He's the old guy who gets hit in the head with a phone.
Oh yeah, the super old dude.
All he wanted to do was just fix clocks his whole life.
I know. He's just
Yeah.
like, oh, would you like a drink? And I was like, please don't die, Manfred. I was actually
like-
saying, I was like, please don't die.
I can't believe how fast it was that, like, because they really did the fudge that in when you were saying, like, there's no way he could go to the back, find Manfred, and be like, oh my god, he got killed magically. Like,
Mm.
Yeah.
that happened so fast, and, like, the flashback, like, I remember watching it over with Tina, I was like, that didn't happen. Like,
Yeah, the flashback seemed more drawn out than when you were playing.
yeah, and, like, if I got to control the other girl while that happened, I would believe it, but no. So it didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one, Jason's a shithead who doesn't listen.
Yeah.
He made me mad. Like, I was kind of glad he got killed. I was like, because he just kept running away. I'm just like, I don't like you.
Here's the other thing about that car being hit, and I'm not saying Jason wouldn't die, but the way Ethan turned, I don't know if it's different in PS4, but the way Ethan turned to save Jason, like, he got the blunt force of the car.
Yeah.
But, like, why did Jason die? I was like, Ethan's probably, like, paralyzed, and, like, Jason's probably got, like, a couple, like, scrapes and bruises, but, like, they didn't get run over, they just got hit by the car.
Okay, tell me why this happened. You're chasing this kid through the mall, yelling his name right behind him, and he just keeps running. But he waits to get to the other side of the street to be like, oh, I'll come back now. Like,
Here's the thing, he also didn't, like, yeah, well, one, there's that, but, like, why would he go all the way off, like, that far away? Like, your parents aren't there.
it's just, I know, he's just like, maybe he's special. Maybe he's a special kid.
I don't know, he seemed pretty normal until he was just like, I like balloons.
I gotta run with my balloon!
Yeah, kind of. I was like, all right, Jason, we'll get it.
Oh. Sorry. Cranky.
Cranky kid. He was just like, I want my balloons, and I'm gonna go home now. To the parents across the street.
Why wasn't the mom like, I'm gonna beat that kid's ass instead of, you let Jason get away? like,
Oh, she's clearly emotionally abusive, because that's why he's got issues.
Agree.
Boom. I think
What's
we
next?
now he's got Madison.
Well, we found the real killer. It's that bitch.
It's the mom.
It's the mom. She drove Jason to run away because she's so emotionally abusive. So the balloon was a symbol of his freedom, and that's why he crossed the street to get
You
away
were
from
thinking
her.
way too much into this.
I am
Then
putting
she
way
ran
too
off and got her
Yeah.
car and hit Jason.
I think
Well,
it was just a
sometimes
kid.
I
who
have to
did-
make my own story because there's so many fucking problems with this game that I love.
What's next, Corey?
That was all my notes.
Oh, come on. I was looking forward to more of your notes.
I like making little notes like that, though, just so something we can discuss.
I like your notes.
Frick. There was something that I really hated, but I can't remember.
See, it's why you write it down.
No, I was just thinking about it a minute ago, but I forgot what it was.
I'll let you go over it, so I'll get Mark's final thoughts, and you can think about it, Greg.
Okay, thank you.
Look at that science. Mark.
Well, one part I really liked about the game was when Scott Shelby ended up shooting up that mansion with all those guys. That was pretty cool.
I like when people got shot and killed.
That's
Did
probably like my.
Did you guys help the old guy?
What old guy?
I was like, I'm not helping you to get your pills. You just tried to kill me. I just walked
I
out.
helped him.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, no, that guy, I gave him sympathy, and then I think you could kill him after, if I remember right.
I just walked
think
out
you
and let him
can.
have a heart attack. I was like, I don't care. Like, you literally just tied me up in my car and threw it in the lake. Like, I'm not helping you.
Oh, no, that guy. That's where that lady died for me, actually, in the car. I was just like, oh, no, she's like, I'm out.
I got her out, and I got a trophy for it. What?
Yeah.
Wait, you did save her?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
At the very end of mine, she's staring at his grave like, I can tempt you, and she spits on his grave. But anyways, Any Mark, sorry.
I wasn't sorry.
You like
Okay.
the shooting part?
Yeah.
Rooty tooty point and shooty. So I'll let
But
Greg.
I still can't get that last ending though.
What last ending?
The one where Ernie Madison saved Sean.
I didn't
Yeah,
get.
I got that one.
I
Oh,
saw that,
that
but
is
I
like-
didn't know how to get it.
Because it tells you have to have Ethan has to be caught from the police at the hotel, which I have him, but either way, whatever you do, he still has to escape.
On that thought, you were telling us that you tried to who was it that was got him arrested and then they had to stay arrested?
Yeah, I think he has to stay arrested, otherwise he'll find his kid, but
How did
I
he
don't know, I
stay
think-
arrested?
Maybe you have to not do all the trials so he doesn't know where he's at,
so the last trial I have to fail that one?
I guess, and then tell him to go the wrong way or something like that.
Okay, I have to try
Maybe
that.
that would work.
I have to redo that part then.
I
Your
probably
last,
play this game again if I have somebody to play with.
Greg, have you gotten the platinum yet?
No, because there's one trophy that you have to play the whole game again, and
Yeah, that's
as Scott basically, and it's called the perfect murder, and you have to
yeah.
let the clerk die, all the people that could figure out that it was you, you have to let them all die.
You don't have to play the whole game again. You just go to each chapter that happens
No,
and change
once
it.
you start it, you have to be like, I want to save the game again, because that is how you change the story, and you have
Yeah.
to start over basically.
It
can't-
will
Well, you-
let you save it and then go to the next chapter.
I think you have to start on chapter 4.
Yeah. You can't skip ahead because the chapters you have to save, Corey, are the ones you played through the first time, and you're making a new story.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah. That's why I haven't.
That one's the real pain in the ass.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it then because I don't feel like playing through it all the way again.
Well, Corey, we'll jump to your final thoughts then.
Really fun game. I liked it a lot. Great story. I haven't actually been invested in a story in a game in a while, so
So you haven't played Until Dawn then?
I have not, but I want it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
I gotta
about
get that one too.
It looks really good.
I might make it a game of the month. I'd do it again.
You should.
it. By the way, I want random game of the month. Greg,
We'll
do you
get
like
there. I'm working. Not just.
Greg, do you like it random or giving you a list of games and saying everyone vote?
I prefer not that I have any say because I'm.
But you do. That's the thing.
I think it would be cool if all of us put in a game in the list and just a random one is picked.
There we go. Team random.
Because the thing is, if someone votes Uncharted or something, and it's like, oh, everyone's gonna be like, Uncharted.
Bradley, shut up.
Get it.
Quick time to pet the dog.
I never even think about picking up.
No. Greg, you got your last thought there?
My final thoughts are, I would have never played this game if it wasn't for this group, so I appreciate it because I did enjoy it, but I never plan on playing this game again in my life because it's too boring to continuously play. It's not like an adventure game where you can just has a lot of replay.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Oh, that's me now. I like it, but like I said, once you reveal the wizard behind the curtain, whatever that phrase is, I can't again. But this is such a prototype for Until Dawn, who David Cage I don't think made it either. Like he made I don't know who made Until Dawn, but like that is just such a better experience than like what this was trying to be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hi.
Where's your thing?
And it's not loading up. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Ah, you broke
It
it.
shows
Mark.
me. I know.
No, but if this was done as well as Until Dawn was, I'd play it again. It's just like now that I know the killer's always the same, like
Sleeping.
I can't do it again.
I would enjoy watching someone who's never played it play it, like my wife or something. But I personally don't want to ever have to fight those controls again.
Well, see, that's what I had to do when Tina was playing. I'd have to give her the controller, and be like, "You do it." Like, yeah, no, I couldn't do it again myself. So then I got one more. Then, what would you, other than the controls, because I know that's what everyone's gonna say, what would you do to make it better? Mark, then Greg, then Corey, because that's how my boxes go. It's easy for me.
Make it better besides the controls. Yes. Make the story alternate more, I guess. Like based on your decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Like have more pathways would be nice because it would be more of a replayability at that point.
Yeah.
I think it would be a completely double the value if it was 4 different games rather than you switching persons every chapter.
You see everyone's
game
perspective
on one chapter on one person, and then you unlock the next person, and depending on what you do with that person, you can have a different ending and blah 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 blah.
Fair enough.
I think less monotonous tasks and more gameplay elements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't make me tap X to mix my coffee. Like, yeah, I know.
Fair enough.
Hey, I want to ask you guys something real quick. Do you remember doing the guy's tie?
Yeah.
Did you guys actually do it?
Yeah.
'Cause I kept messing up. He's like, I'll just do it. And I was like,
No,
I
I
don't tie my own ties, so fine, whatever.
was like, oh. And he was like, not bad.
did you get a trophy for it?
No.
No.
Stupid task.
Fuck this tie.
I think the only thing that could make this game better is I'm on Mark's side where like the story just has to change a little bit. And I know I keep bringing up Until Dawn, but while that game's main antagonist didn't change, everything else about it did. So like it felt like a new story and like what happens to everybody. I think the biggest flaw in this game. Poor baby.
Just remember that it was the first pretty much game like it. So
I don't know what you said because you just cut out a lot.
Oh, what about Indigo Prophecy?
it was Indigo Prophecy. Well, I haven't played that. Is it really a lot like this?
Yeah.
Or you gotta like change your bandwidth and everything.
Change my bandwidth?
I don't know. There's like a slider up there. I couldn't hear anything you said. Go again.
I just said it's the first game like it, but it's not. Indigo Prophecy I forgot about.
Oh, right. I remember. I gotta try Trophy Pulls eventually. We'll figure it out. Is everyone ready for Halo?
So Halo's
Yep.
this month. Greg's skipping
Stop
it.
it.
Yeah. Well, Greg, if you play Halo, so you can still talk about it this next month.
I've played it before, but I've never played it all the way through. But I just don't have an Xbox.
Well, actually, I don't either right now because I went to play it last night, and guess what? My Xbox died.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go right now to my old job and buy an Xbox. Like I was thinking about like, oh, maybe I'll just get like the 360 edition, but I'm like, nah.
Greg, if you get a cheap Xbox, I'll let you borrow Halo.
But I'm in the middle of playing Kingdom Hearts, and I'm really into
Two
I'm in the
games.
middle of playing Half-Life. You can multitask.
You can play two
Yeah,
games.
I'm playing Half-Life 2.
Especially with a
I can't
game
play
that's
two
separated
games.
into chapters.
I
Just play like a chapter or two and then let it go for the day, chapter or two, let it go.
Greg, I'm going to tell you a story. Hold on 1 second. I gotta find it now. Fuck, nope.
I'd totally just let you borrow Xbox 360, Greg.
Found it.
Here yesterday. Why didn't you do that?
Greg, let me tell you a story. I'm drunk.
All right.
This game, right here, this is 100 hours, almost exactly of my life on a PS2 memory card. I played this for a year while we did all these. You can do it. I believe
My deal is I work Monday through Friday,
as do I.
6 to 5. One night, I'm gone 24 hours. I'm able to play this on the weekends.
So what you're saying is you can do it.
No.
He's
I'm
saying.
able to play like one game at a time.
So
Okay,
what about May's game of the month?
If it's a good game, if I'm able to actually suggest a game.
You are.
Oh yeah, you get to suggest two.
Here's the thing. We're going to figure out whether or not there's going to be like a side quest and a main quest thing, or we're going to be merged. I'm figuring that out.
Merge random game. Just freaking do it.
We're working on it, Corey. Sorry, everyone. That is Halo. That's our heavy rain discussion. I love it. That's all I got. I'm not good at intros or outros. Corey's in charge of this.
I'm doing intros and outros.
Yeah, I ain't good at it.
We got Greg. Say bye, Greg. Mark, MT Shark 7 over here.
See you guys.
Kevin, Console Kev. And me, the most important.
The hairiest.
That was. I'm Corey. I'm important now.
And we're still live. Welcome.
No, we're not. I hit the button.